I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat, and it is 1 hot minute. Natalie Strasser, a little bit nervous. She made the mistake of mentioning that she has a fresh jalapeno from the garden. It says, you're 1 hot minute, Natalie. You're going to do fine. No reason to be nervous. And listen, you don't need to eat the entire thing. Hello, Lisa, Barbara, Natalie, Timothy Glass, the Tired Buffalo, Kristen Melinda. Anybody else I've missed, please say hello so I can say hi to you. Hello, Cliff Ann. There's been a lot going on in the Scoville family right now. But I do want to thank everybody for their prayers for Mama Scoville. She is no longer in the hospital. So that's exciting. Going to church tomorrow. We got a lot to be thankful for. Hello, Jeremy Fowler, styling one. So tonight is 1 hot minute. Get something spicy. Hopefully you already have it. Let us know in the chat what you're eating. I'm going to be reviewing this. Salsa De Aji Antillano. This is from Congo Hot Sauce. This is a Panamanian. It's from Panama. Oh, Brock Bandy, Thomas Smith, good to see you. Thomas Smith has some Inferno candy cookies and chips. The chips are rather good. It's exciting. Hello, Amy, Lilac Line, good to see you. Hola. Barbara, offering some encouragement. Not to worry, it's fun. It doesn't have to be super hot if you're not used to it. Johnny will talk you through it. Indeed, I will. Windmill Willie, good to see you. All right. So here's what 1 hot minute is. If you've never taken part in a 1 hot minute, hello, Tim D. Tim D says, it has been, hi, Johnny, good to see you, sir. It's been a minute since I've caught a live. Been enjoying the videos from South America. Thank you. I'm glad you are. We're having fun making them. So if you've never been a part of a 1 hot minute, could you do me a favor and put a 5 in the chat? I want to know who's never done this before. Hi, Jason Ledford. Good to see you. So here's what 1 hot minute is. You're going to go to the fridge, go to the pantry, go to wherever you got to go and get something spicy. We've had people that didn't have anything hot that have eaten black pepper because it has the word pepper in it. Natalie with a 5. This is her very first 1 hot minute, and we're excited about that. I am. So I'm going to review this sauce first. Don't do yours now, okay? I'm going to review this sauce and tell you a little bit about it. And then after I'm done, on the half hour, we're all going to eat something hot together. And boy, is it fun. Got a couple 5s here. Style of 1, 5, but we'll get heartburn bad. Here's the thing. Hi, West Lightburn, you don't need to go hard or real. It can be just spicy chips. It can be Doritos. It doesn't matter. We're just doing something fun together. Now, people have gone really hard during these. It's been fun. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about this sauce. Congo Hot Sauce from Panama. You know, it's Galthy, good to see you. You know what's kind of cool about the hot sauce? I don't need to actually look things up anymore. I can kind of tell you what's in this. So here's what's in this. We've got water, habanero peppers, vinegar, mostaza, which is mustard, cebola and ajo, onion and garlic, salt, xanthan gum, sodium benzoate as a conservante. Potassium sorbate, acetic acid. Oh my goodness. Capsaicina, oleo resin. So it's going to have some extract in this thing. Didn't see that until just now. Wonder if we have any, I better say it before Kellyanne does. Wonder if we got any yogurt in the house. We do actually. It's blackberry. There is Congo. There's their Instagram. You can check it out. Thank you so much, Kristen. Displaying why I say all the time she's the best mod on the globe. Barella, good to see you. Renee B. Hello, Renee B. There's Barella. Man, the chili head. I love that. Very, very good. There's Kellyanne. I knew she'd be around. Good evening, pepper lovers. It's 1 hot minute, everybody, so get something spicy. All right, so we're going to review this. Looks to be habaneros on the label. I certainly cannot detect any extract. Maybe I can. Wow. I should have the yogurt handy, but I don't. Real deal. Good to see you. Thank you all for the prayers. Sylvia is out of ICU. We'll have to stay in bed, stay in, but out of danger. Thank goodness for that. This is going to be a good one. Okay, I'm not going to review this. We're just going to do 1 hot minute. No, I'm kidding. Renee B is saying, where is our friend with a new pepper from the garden? That is Natalie Strasser, and she is here. This is going to be good. There's a lot of people that need prayers right now, but this is the channel for it. Rico Dorsey, good to see you. Oh, Johnny and everyone, thanks for being here. So I got a picture from Brock today. He was eating stuffed jalapenos that he made. He grew in his own garden. Man, they looked good. All right, so look at this. Rico's got a yellow warthog, a fine pepper. Man, who's excited about the warthog? I'm so excited to see what happens with all these strange warthog crosses and combinations. This isn't really stalling. Maybe it is a little. Oh, how sweet is that? Love you guys. She cried when I showed her the video. You know what? This is a pretty cool channel. Tommy has said this, and I agree that our superpower is just that somehow the finest people on the interweb end up here. Oh, look at this. Natalie asks, should I make my husband take a bite too? Indeed, I would. But that's just me. Jeremy said he saw a purple warthog the other day already. So psyched. Well, this is exciting for Natalie. I'm excited about this. Remember, you don't need to eat the entire thing. And I got a picture from today from Kristen, has a very mild jalapeno from Dad's garden. Very mild, fresh, and tasty. Here's the thing. If you haven't tasted it yet, you never know. I'm telling you. Rico says that the yellow warthog is awesome, has a really nice citrus note. That's one beautiful thing about yellow pods is they tend to do that. Oh, you should see. She just did the cover up her face with the double paw thing. You guys have cats that do that? Adorable. Kellyanne, you can always pray over the sauce. I can't do that. All right, guys. So from Congo in Panama, Salsa De Aji Antillano. Don't eat your stuff now. We're going to eat that on the half hour. I'm just reviewing this now because on the half hour, I got to be on my game. So here we go. L'chaim. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. They're not after me. It's just, you hear the sirens a lot on the Malecon. So here we go. Rico's only going to eat a quarter of one for 1 hot minute. Lovely. Now you can't really taste you can taste the vinegar if you look for it, but it's not vinegar forward at all. It is pepper forward for sure. And it has a lovely little burn. Galthy says, but only by curiosity, I would like to see how high a warthog would test. I would too. But one thing I've learned about peppers, Yankee Kyle, good to see you. One thing I've learned about peppers is it doesn't matter what the people say the Scoville units are. For instance, if I said, everybody, we'll do a little test here. How hot is a Carolina Reaper? You're going to see a lot of people say 1.5 million Scoville heat units. Now, I'm here to tell you that very few people have eaten the Reaper that is 1.5 million Scoville heat units. Yet, every time somebody eats one, you kind of pat yourself on the back and say, I've eaten 1.5 million Scoville heat units. It isn't kind of like that, but Scoville units don't matter. They really don't. What matters is how it tastes and how it burns. I've had chocolate pods, and I've said this a lot before. Chocolate pods, oftentimes with a lower Scoville unit, will burn a lot more than a red pod with a higher Scoville unit. So it doesn't really matter. Eat it and tell me if it hurts. Look at this. Wes Lightburn de-seeded 15 purple wartricks and 14 warthogs for dehydrating to make powder. It went through my glove on my left hand and made my hand burn. People think that if you use the gloves, hi Noodles, good to see you, that if you use gloves, it doesn't. In fact, Matthew Arthur doesn't use gloves, and that's how he tells how hot the peppers are, is how much they burn his hands. Good to see you, Herja. So definitely pick up the onion and the garlic. I'm not really getting the mustard. There's mustard in the sauce, but it's lovely. If you've never, ever eaten anything hot, this is a little hotter than most habanero hot sauces. So if somebody's never eaten anything hot, I can tell you that somebody might say, if they're a new chili head, that this is a 10. If you're a chili head and you eat stuff a lot, this is going to be anywhere from a 3 and up, I would say. There was a day where this would have been a 1. Look at this. Kellyanne says Corey Feldman is here, and that's a Herja. If you guys don't know, Herja looks so much like Corey Feldman. It's astonishing. But a lovely sauce, this Congo is. It really is. I like it. Lovely. We knew what you meant, Kellyanne. Feldman. Barbara Waite, good to see you. Feldman, Corey Feldman. If you haven't done the deep dive on Corey Feldman, you owe it to yourself. Because, man, he's the gift that keeps on giving. He is amazing. The Feldman paradox. Is he punking us all? If you watch him, you'll wonder. But the guy's a rock star, whether you like it or not. I mean, he goes and people watch it. What would I pair with it? Today I had quattro queso risotto, and it was lovely. And we put some hot sauce on it while we were there. This would have been spectacular on the risotto. It would be good on, here's the thing. The funny thing about hot sauce is it's good on almost anything. You're only limited with your imagination. I usually put like fruit-based sauces on ice cream, but there are people that I promise you will put this on ice cream and it would be delicious. Fowler says that Feldman is a man of all trades. You know why? He's a great actor. No joke. He's a great actor. He's some amazing movies he's been in. Classics from my youth, But if you haven't caught his guitar solo, you don't know what you're missing. I mean, magic. It really is. He's amazing. All his chips are in the middle. Corey Feldman, you got to give him credit for that. But boy, it's a lovely sauce. The burn didn't stay very long. It kind of trailed off quickly, but it's an absolutely lovely sauce. It really is. We are now 17 minutes away from 1 hot minute. Natalie's first. Thicker balsamic vinegar is good on vanilla ice cream. It sure is. I love balsamic vinegar. When I was at Super Maxi a week or so ago, I should show it to you guys. I bought some a jalapeno glaze. It's got balsamic vinegar in it, and when you squirt it out, it's green, and it is lovely. And Tommy, kid you not, Tommy loves it. Sandy Wendy, so good to see you here. Hey, listen. I'm pretty excited that this didn't hurt me. My tolerance is getting higher. I'm trying to be kind. It's something to watch. If you haven't done the deep dive on him yet, you need to. I'm not even joking you. He has this thing where one of his favorite things is to stop the band for something. The lighting's wrong. The mic's wrong. He loves stopping a song at the beginning. Have you guys noticed that? It's hilarious. Hello, Josh Cohen and Cohen family. Josh just joined us. Josh, my mom is out of the hospital, so thank you for your prayers. It means the world. She's my mom. So it's a good thing. There's so much going on right now in the Scoville family. A lot going on. So this is 1 hot minute. Okay, so do me a favor. If we put 5s in the chat before, Natalie has never taken part in a 1 hot minute. I think Stalin 1 also said that. Heard you asked, did you see him run into the mic with his face? Yeah, you know what? It's a magic moment. What he does is he's leaning forward to sing, and he stands on the mic stand. And as he's leaning forward, the mic comes forward and belts him right in the grill. And listen, you know, it is what it is. People laugh at me. They make fun of me. Trust me. So when you do when you're online, you know, you're exposing yourself. If you make videos, that's why people say, what do you have to lose if you do a channel like that? What do you have to lose? I'll tell you what you have to lose. You're putting yourself out there and you're exposing yourself, and people will take shots at you. Now, sometimes it's in good fun. Ask Kellyanne. Things do happen in bunches. We did a video. I did a video a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and I ate some Olay Carolina Reaper sauce. And I am telling you, it hurt me like it was like a plutonium hurt. It really was. It was amazing. And it turned into a roast. Not my mouth, but me. They roasted me. And there, she was the ringleader. Kellyanne, the Lord of Yogurt Halludicates. She was amazing. To the point where you've seen these roasts, right? Where celebrities go on TV and other celebrities roast them. They should just invite Kellyanne in. She should be like the honorary roaster. She was amazing. And so was Dizzy Dragon. 14 minutes away from 1 hot minute, people. Tell us in the chat what you're reading. We know that Kellyanne and her husband are going to sample a jalapeno. I just reviewed Congo Hot Sauce from Panama. It's a sauce with habanero, mustard, onion, garlic, a little bit of extract. And it was lovely. Lovely. It was a very, very nice sauce. I've got quite a collection brewing here. Katie's napping, by the way. Katie, you a good girl? Huh? She's a cutie. All right, so let's see here. How much yoga does it take to get over a mic-face collision? If you haven't seen it, it's one of the funniest shorts. It's a short. If you just say Corey Feldman gets hit in the grill in the face with a mic, you'll find it. It's hilarious. Lisa's having 2 teaspoons of sriracha, twice as more as what she's done previously, and no yogurt. It's okay if you have some yogurt. It's not a problem. Jason is having Melinda's black truffle hot sauce. I tried it. I didn't enjoy it. I hope you do. I've only had one truffle hot sauce I liked. It was from Seed Ranch. Can't remember the name of the company, but it was lovely. Story time with Uncle Dale. Hey, Johnny, hope everyone's having a great night. We are. There's some good things going on. The aforementioned roast, there it is if you missed it. I promise you, it's the funniest video I think I've ever done. I laughed so hard I had tears coming out of my eyes. The shots, everybody in the chat took a shot at me, and it was all done in good, it was respectful and fun, and nobody called me a sissy. It was a very, very funny video. Look at this. Kristen says Melinda's black truffle was what I did for my first ever 1 hot minute. And tonight she's doing a little jalapeno from her dad's garden. Rico is growing purple peach reapers. They're up there with the heat of a warthog yellow. That is. It's a great pepper. Jane Aldrich is here. Don't worry. We're just glad you're here. It's nice to see you. Thank you for being here. We are now, like 11 and a half minutes away from 1 hot minute. And it's getting hot in here. Hey, Tommy, could you do me a huge favor, bro? Do you mind hitting the AC? Tassie Dog, good to see you. Glad you're here. Uh-oh. Kristen's adding a spicy peanut in case the jalapeno is too mild. Now that is a chili head. And by spicy peanut, she's talking about the tube of terror, folks. Thank you so much. Boom. Fowler's having Melinda's old Bucciolocchio. Oh, that was his first ever super hot sauce. Drinkable stuff. You know what? It's got some heat to it, though. You're a chili head. You know, it's funny how tolerances have risen over the years. When I first started the channel, there were very few people eating whole pods at all. Andy Paul, so good to see you. He's watching from Great Britain. And now people that eat pods are all over the place. Do you know the first strike I got? You know what happens if you get strikes on YouTube? You guys know that? If you get 3 strikes in a 90-day period, your channel's gone. I'm not even fooling you. And the first strike, Bill's got Sriracha Taco Bell's Diablo sauce, which I actually like a lot. The first strike I ever got, I swear it's true, I ate, I don't know if it was 3 or 4 ghost peppers. That's all. I got a strike for that. They deleted the video and gave me a strike. And then, like just a short time later, I got another strike. And this is listen, I don't cross the line. I don't do things that would warrant a strike. I really don't. Yet it happens. And I mean, for 2 months, I was carrying two strikes on the channel, meaning if there's one more, I'm done. And I was reviewing powders and the most mild stuff I could get my hands on because I didn't want to get dumped. Jeremy says, I didn't even know where to find pods when we started jumping in 1 hot minutes. Now I'm a grower. The love don't stop. That's exciting to hear. I love that. People, we are now 9 minutes away, 8.5 minutes away from 1 hot minute. See that? This is why I love Barella. Before we lose our composure with capsaicin, make sure we smack the like button with a pepper and a share. You know what? I haven't asked you today. Do you guys know how important it is for you guys to hit the like button? First of all, I can't see because I'm going through StreamYard. It's a streaming software. So I have no idea how many likes we have, but there are 45 people in the chat. I would love to hear that we have 45 likes. Please do that. What happens is the more engagement there is, likes, comments, and all that, sharing it, the faster the channel grows. Heard you says tolerance does in fact rise. I've been through ghost pepper and scorpion sauces, and they're not hot to me anymore. What's next? Boy, there's a lot of extract stuff that is absurd. Look into Hellfire. Unbelievable. It's ridiculous. The guidelines of YouTube. You know what? It's funny. I don't cross the line. John, good to see you. You know what? I don't even want to ask about your pup. I got the notification. Hello, everybody. My night is short due to an early morning, an extremely long day tomorrow. You were in my prayers the other night, bro. Hog Strichters. Hey, Johnny, nice to finally catch a live of yours. That's crazy because just a few minutes ago, Kellyanne was saying, when is Hog Strichters going to be here? I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being here. It's 1 hot minute. Get something hot. We're 8 minutes away. We're all going to eat something hot together. If you haven't taken part in one, you have to. It's so much fun. I have to set this one. Oh, no, I have to set this one out. I don't have anything hot. You know what, Keith? You're here. That's what matters. I appreciate you being here. Chili Chaplin. So good to see you. Triggy, good to see you. I've been good. I hope you have. A lot going on in my neck of the woods. Actually back in the state, but in the Scoville family, tons of stuff going on. I think, so Hog Strichter, I'm assuming that he breeds Hog Island boas. Beautiful reptile. Do you know when I was married to my kid's mom years and years ago, I actually bred reptiles for several years. True story. Keith Kigman is a good dude. Means a lot, John. More than you know. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. And now, just like that, we are like 6.5 minutes away from 1 hot minute. I'm excited about that. It's going to be a good one. Is anybody going to go hard? It happens every once in a while. Someone just goes off the charts and just goes a little crazy. Rich Smith, so good to see you. Family on the road, but listening. It's very kind of you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Gouthie, I've hit my thumb with a hammer yesterday. Does it still count, Wes? It probably does. Did I keep reptiles in the house? Was she a fan? No, at one point, we had so many, it was absurd. I had like 70 or 80 snakes at one point. Most of them were breeders. Excuse me, most of them were neonates. You know, boas are born alive. Like pythons, they lay eggs. But boas are born in a clear sac, and they're born alive. Pretty crazy thing to watch. The mods. Yeah, you know what? Tricky ass of the mods getting into 1 hot minute. Kristen is eating a jalapeno from her dad's garden. Disclosure, Aaron, going to do a teaspoon, humped off the hot sauce I just got. Excellent. I'm glad you're here. You know what? I had boas, and boas are pretty docile creatures. Ball pythons are very, very docile. You get like Burmese, not quite as much. Anacondas are nasty. Retics tend to be nasty. But I've seen very gentle retics, and so it's interesting. Josh says, if it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. That including reptiles. They're beautiful creatures. They really are. I think they are. He doesn't breed them, but he keeps 4 species. Very, very cool. I've never been into corn snakes, John. John's into corn snakes. I was into boas, you know. I had albinos, a striped boa, some anarthristic, some hypomelanistic. It's very cool. And you cross those, you can come up with some really, really cool. Snow boa is a gorgeous creature. And you get that crossing an albino with an, I think it's anarthristic. Anarthristic just means it's lacking the color red. Sometimes people see it and they think it's an albino, and it's not. I got bit. I got a couple bad bites. One was nasty. Now, snakes know you're not food. So usually when they bite you, they release really quickly. I was feeding snakes. It was feeding day. And I would take the rats I'd have frozen. Because if you have if you get a live one, they're expensive. If you get them frozen dead, you know, they're cheap. And I took the rats out the night before to let them thaw. And I was feeding the snakes. And I had an albino. It wasn't feeding time. 4 minutes away, 3.5 minutes away from 1 hot minute. She was on one side of the cage. I'm like, I was trying to move some stuff out of her cage. I'm like, she's not close enough to strike, is she? I'm like, nah. I put my hand in, and she bit, and she coiled around my hand and squeezed. And the more I moved my hand, the more she squeezed. And I mean, it was not cool. My oldest son was probably 2 or 3, sitting at the kitchen table in his chair eating. Mike, Chili Eskimo, good to see you. And I put a towel over it because I didn't want to scare anybody. And I walked out. I said to my kid's mom, I have a problem. She was what? I went, showed her the snake coiled around my hand, blood's running down my arm. They have 4 rows of teeth on the top part of their mouth and 2 rows on the bottom. And they all curve backwards, and they're like razors. And you don't ever leave your hand there when you get bit. You always pull your hand back. And my hand was black and blue for a week. But I ended up having to I filled the sink with water and held her underwater, just put her underwater until she decided that breathing was more important than eating. It was not a fun day. All right, so we are very close, just a couple minutes away, 1.5 minutes or so, 2 minutes away. Oh, we are now exactly 2 minutes away from 1 hot minute. I'm excited about this one, everybody. I'm really excited for the people who haven't done it before. Kellyanne in particular. Oh, no, excuse me, Natalie Strasser, in particular. Kellyanne is just the roast master general. Chili Chaplain, Yellow Reaper with Pepper X, Tar, Tincture Gushers, Chai Tea with Tincture. Man, oh man. Oh, John had too many habaneros earlier. Brock Bandy, people don't realize how big their teeth are. And Sharp, forget about it. Archie's mom, good to see you. Hey, don't worry about it. You still have 1.5 minutes. It's 1 hot minute. Get something spicy. It can be chips. It doesn't matter. Everybody hit the like button. Please hit the like button. It really does matter. We are about. Do you know the last time we did 1 hot minute? It snuck by me and I had to do a false start. You guys remember that? Very shabby. Very shabby. But we are now exactly 1 minute away from 1 hot minute. And it's going to be a fun one. So I think I was bit a couple of times other than that. But that was the only time a snake ever bit me and hung on. That was not fun. By the time I got it off, it was probably hanging on me for 10 minutes before I held her. I put her underwater. I didn't hold her. I just stuck her underneath. She was underwater for probably a minute, 1.5 minutes before she finally decided to let go. We're 30 seconds away, people. Lawn Dog, good to see you. Fillet of fish. Throw some powder on it. Hot sauce goes good on that. You know what? Anything. You know what? That's probably a pretty good sauce, pretty good sandwich to put hot sauce on. Okay, people, we are now 10 seconds away from 1 hot minute. Get ready. Mike Chili Eskimo is ready. We are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 hot minute. Eat your spicy stuff, people. I'm excited about this one. Natalie Strasser's in her first 1 hot minute. The Boone Vipers are fantastic. You want to talk about a gorgeous animal. My goodness. Mike Chili Eskimo has African peri-peri sauce. Delicious. It's great pepper. Anything lawn dog, you're good to go. So we're about to start. If you've never been a part of 1 hot minute, you're going to start seeing some scores of how hot it is. So Natalie, when it starts to get hot, tell us where your heat's at. All right. Their teeth are into their jawbones, by the way. All right, so Wes Lightburn is coming out of the gates with a 2. Jeremy Fowler with a 3. Kellyanne, tangy 3. And Kristen Melinda opening up with a 0.5. That's a chili head, people. She's going to be adding a peanut shortly. That is a tube of terror peanut. Jason Ledford with a 1. How many people are going to hit panic mode, asked Barella. I don't know. Mike Chili Eskimo sitting solid with a 2. Aaron, disclosure, Aaron G. 3, mouth burn. Tongue is tingling for Natalie. Where are you at with the heat? And tell me where your husband's at also. I'm curious. Okay, so Triggy Boy, these are crunchy. Hitting a 2 or 3 buffalo wings flavored crisps are hit and miss sometimes. Tip of the tongue for Amy at a 2. Natalie, can't close my mouth. You know what? She spelled mouth wrong. This is perfect. That's exactly the spirit of a 1 hot minute. Son of Zombie, Lawn Dog, sitting at a 3. Good choice. Chili Chaplin at a 1. Fowler at a 4, going to 5. Habanero Sting. Rico Dorsey's at a 5. Brock Bambi on the outside with a 4. Husband and I are both at 5s. Look to see that rise, people. Barbara Aldrich sitting at a 3. He went for the yogurt first. Natalie is a beast. No bad feelings, Mr. Strasser. You're good. Okay, so now we're at 5. We're at a 5. Makes me cough every time. It's a hot peanut. It really is. Hog Stricters 2 for me. Just eating hot wings. Nothing crazy. Chili Chaplin. It's building. Real deal. Ahi Lemon with a Naga sitting at a 3. Archie's mom is eating flaming hot Monster Munch. Pretty flaming hot. Glad to hear that. Lisa Trimble. Oops, overreached a little bit. 2 tablespoons of sriracha between a 4 and a 5. Disclosure, Aaron, 3, tongue is pulsating. Look to see that rise. If the tongue is pulsating, it's going to rise. Barbara Aldrich, 5, eyes tearing, nose running. John's going to order a couple tubes of terror. That is a good thing to do. Wes Lightburn's at a 4.5. This jalapeno is a great one. Jalapenos are sneaky. You can't trust them. Mike Chili Eskimo is going in for his 3rd spoonful. Now that's what I'm talking about. Brock Bandy's sitting at a 6. So is Jeremy Fowler. I think those are the highest scores so far. Jason Ledford is going down to a 0.5. Jalapeno and a Serrano at a 0. Heard ya. That is a chili head there, people. Yogurt to the rescue, people. Lawn Dog, up my score to a 4. I think I startled myself. Chili Chaplin sitting at a 3. Here comes the Jewel for Melinda sitting at a 6. We have 3 out of 6 right now. John loves the commentary. It's like a horse. It's like Churchill Downs for spice. That's what's going on here. Uh-oh. A little disappointed with that chili heat. That's heat level. Just a 2 and going down. That's because you are a chili head. And then Noodles at a 5. Love to see that. Look at that. Noodles sitting at a 5. When you start getting disappointed in the heat, it's usually not that the product's lower, especially if it's a sauce. It's that your tolerance is going higher. Real Deal is 3, peaking. Great flavor. I love the peaking reference in a 1 hot minute. I'm sorry, I just do. The husband loves the commentary too. That's wonderful. And Cliff Ann loves bearded dragons. Mine had a personality. You know what? I'm telling you, I had snakes that had different personalities. True story. All right, so Lightburn, it's going down to a 2 now. It looks like 6 is around where the strongest. It looks so far. But every once in a while, someone goes hard to the paint and adds a little bit more. Disappointed, needs yogurt. Says Kellyanne. It was a good one. We're still going. Bearded dragons are like little dogs. I had a friend, I can't remember his name. He had with the tail, it was over 5 feet long, a iguana. And It's a funny story. I'll have to tell it a different time. It would attack his girlfriend every once in a while, if you could read between the lines there. Still out of 3 for disclosure. All right, we got Fowler down to a 4. Uh-oh. Hubby's nose is running. Still, Natalie's mouth is still burning. I love that. So Rico, it stayed at a 5, trying to cool it down with some habanero cheese. You hear that? Cooling it down with a habanero cheese. I love that. If you want your tubes of terror, there is where you do it, folks. Wish we had ice cream. Ice cream is good. Anything dairy is good because the dairy adheres to your receptors on your tongue and sort of blocks it for a minute. Please hit the like button if you haven't. Please. I would greatly appreciate that. Kristen peaked at the 6, but still drooling. And Brock still hanging with a 5. Yes. Very nice. Has everybody hit the like button? If you haven't, please do that. Applesauce helps me. Yeah, that does help. Peanut butter also helps. Wes Leipern says, you're a beast, Rico. There are a lot of beasts in the chat right now. There are people in the chat with a tolerance way higher than mine right now. True story. There's always frozen yogurt. You know what? Frozen yogurt probably be good, but when I'm really burning, I need a gallon of the stuff. I almost drank an entire gallon that night. There was about this much missing when I started. I killed the whole thing. Chili Chaplin says, whoops, the show is a 10, says Timothy Glass, the tired buffalo. Thank you for saying that. Chili Chaplin, lime juice with salt and ice. You know what? I've done like the Guinness Book of World Record attempt to eat the most Reapers in a minute. I've done it several times. And backstage in the green room, there are tables set up. And I mean, there's whole milk, 2%, there's lemon juice, peanut butter, and there's ice cream, everything that you could possibly need to kill your burn. And when you're done on stage, you go back there and try to kill the burn. You should see it. It's always a little on the ugly side. Hog Stricter says, I heard that lemon juice deactivates the burn pretty well. Never tried it. It does. Typically, I like the burn, but every once in a while, it gets gnarly. I have to do something to kill it. Noodles down to a 3. Archie's mom says, for a last who doesn't usually like spicy, I really enjoyed spicy tonight. You know why? Because you're a chili head. You may not want to. It is what it is. Embrace it. Embrace it. You're a chili head. I love One Hot Minute. Do you know that? It's a lot of fun. I don't even remember the first one hot or how that even came to be. With almost 8,500 videos, you can see how that would happen. So I think 6s. If you had higher, do me a favor. Everybody in the chat, type in what your highest level got during this One Hot Minute. We'll try to ascertain who gets props. Oh, Mike says, no yogurt or milk for me, riding out the burn and enjoying it. I love that. Uh-oh. Natalie, it's getting better. My friends from India use raita with lots of cucumbers. I don't even know what that is. Archie's mom, I'm a chili convert. Yes, you are. Lisa Trimble went to a 2. We'll call it a 2. Chili Chaplin went to a 4. Disclosure Aaron got to a 3. Kristen got 6 plus the drool. Ledford hung in there solid at a 1. That's a chili head there, people. Mike Chili Eskimo got a 2 or 3. Archie's mom got to a 4. This is fun. Glad One Hot Minute was my first live for you. Hog Stricters, that's awesome. I'm so glad this was your first. That's cool. Lawn Dog sat at a 4. Brock Bandy down to a 2. The Hob had legs, and I think you were at a 6. Triggy's was at highest was a 3. Fowler was at a 5. Wes Leipern was at a 4.5. There's Brock Bandy 6. Hallelujah, Archie's mom. Hope the next One Hot Minute, my beast is ripe. Ready to go. Dorset Naga across with Big Mustard Mama. It's an F3 now. Looking forward to trying the next one. Psalm 118:28 sat solid with a 2. Barbara Aldrich with a 5. Fowler a 3, sticking around. Natalie Strasser had a 5. What was your husband at? Did he also have a 5, or did he go higher than that? Lawn Dog at a 4, but still consuming. Son of Zombie. See, Lawn Dog, man after my own heart. 5, but I just ate another piece for Rico Dorsey. Do peppers lose their heat if you saute them? What happens when you saute them? It gets mixed in with everything else, so it's diluted. So, you know what I mean? So it'll seem like it's less, but really it doesn't. The heat stays the same. At least that's my experience. I'm surprised hubby did it too. You know what? You watch, it becomes a problem. He'll be in the next one. I promise you. I hope so anyway. 3 for real deal. Got to the website. I'm ordering after the show. Noodles hanging with a 5. That was Noodles' highest. You know what? Kay just got out of the basket. I was going to sport her at the end. 2 was the max for the hot wings for Hog Strichters. Nellie's husband got to a 5. A couple that burns together. Hi, Sam. Good to see you, bro. Thank you for being here. Raita is a yogurt sauce with cucumbers and some spice too, if one wants. Very cooling. Some people put tomatoes on them as well. You're not late. You're just on time, Sam. That's a good guy right there. Tommy's preparing for his show, so I don't think. But you'd be surprised how much Tommy. We went today and had quattro queso risotto, and he was the first one to throw hot sauce on it. True story. Natalie, yogurt is my friend, and from time to time, it is my friend. I'm not even kidding. Noodles was his first one hot minute. Very, very cool. Kristen, did your husband join in tonight? LOL. Katie is still the color of the yogurt. You're a good guy. You don't have to try. I guess we do all have to try from time to time. He's asleep, says Kristen Melinda. That was a fun one hot minute. You know what's really funny? They're always fun, but sometimes they're more fun than others. You guys notice that? And anytime there are new people doing their first one hot minute, it tends to be a little more exciting. Disclosure, Aaron, down to a 1. Sam says, hey, brothers Brock and Wes, how are you, brothers? It's like a dysfunctional family here, isn't it? You know why I say that? There's no such thing as a functional family. You ever hear people say that? It's a dysfunctional family. I hate that because there is no such thing as a functional one. Everybody's got somebody. My poor family had 2 black sheeps. Lawn Dog, yeah, Johnny, when it comes to truffle sauces, I've tried a few, including Seed Ranch. Seed Ranch was great. I loved that. That's the one that I love. Here's the problem. All the other truffle sauce I've had, instead of like a hot sauce with some truffle in it, it is just truffle all over the place with a little bit of spice. And I do like truffles a lot, but it's such a strong flavor. It's very, very easy to overdo it, I think. Just my opinion. I appreciate everybody being here. Somebody do me a favor. We have 49 people in the chat. I think we got to 50 at one point. Tell me how. I can't see because I'm going through StreamYard. If somebody could tell me how many likes we have, that would be outstanding. But I would love it if everybody were to hit the like. Dizzy Dragon's here. I missed him when he popped in. Good to see you, Dizzy. Dizzy Dragon was the did very, very well in the roast of Johnny Scoble. Disclosure, Aaron says we're sitting at a 42. Well, we have 50 people here. So if somebody could do me a favor, if you have not hit the like, please do that. It does matter. I'm not even fooling you. And you know, for 8 years, I never said like, comment, and subscribe. I never did that because I don't want to sound like a YouTuber. But guess what? I'm embracing it. I'm a content creator. It is what it is. We need 50 people, says John. I've seen John lose his cool. We don't want that to happen. Please. See, now we're at 51. We need a bunch of likes real quick. So if you've just joined us, throw a like in there, please. It helps. You know how YouTube gauges and rates engagement? The easiest engagement is clicking the play button. So you do that, counts as engagement. Hitting a like also counts as engagement. But what counts the most are comments, because you got to hit a button and then type stuff in. So comments, they love comments. We're at 46. That's fantastic. Question from Triggy. Ever taste Takis before, Johnny? They would burn your mouth all over. I have. And, you know, my son, Johnny Jr., when he was younger, was a Taki freak. He loved Takis. And I just wasn't a fan. Look at this. We're at 50. How exciting is that? 13 says noodles. You guys are wonderful. I appreciate you guys all being here. I'm going to wrap it up in just a couple minutes. If anybody has any cool comments they want to add, be great. Yes, I would like that, Sam. I have a package on the way to me right now. I've had a couple packages sent back, and I don't know if it was because of the wrong address. Addresses are weird here. I'm not even fooling you. If I read you my address, you'd be like, that's an address? I'm not even joking. So, in fact, the first time I gave it to somebody, I said, this is my address. It was a question mark. Every time I'm like, they say it's my address. So there's something on the way. When it arrives, I'll get you the address. I just want to make sure it's a good address before and you would think I just go down and say, hey, what's my address? But I've done that, and I've gotten different addresses. Do I want a Neil Scorpion? Boy, you know what? Neil is amazing. Do you know there wouldn't be a Chase Seat if it wasn't for Neil? He is the Podfather. Fowler says this was a memorable stream. Glad we had a 1 minute tonight. Great show. This was for Natalie and her husband. Bishop Crown is the best pepper ever. It's one of them. Boy, I love Bishop's Crown. It is isn't that an ahi? I think it is. I'm not sure. Chris and Melinda is out with her dog. Just walked into a spider web. It's okay, though. I'm fine. You know what? I don't dig spiders. I do not dig spiders at all. You see, she can multitask like a savage. Walking a dog, modding, a beast.
Knitting a sweater.
And knitting a sweater, says Tommy Scoville. It's a macadam. They're not nicely, but hopefully they're good. I never complain about peppers. Triggy says, been a fun stream. Couldn't remember the last time we all did 1 hot minute as a collective. I think we did one last week. But I think it was yesterday that Natalie says, you know what? I've got a fresh jalapeno from the garden. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. We have to do a 1 hot minute. He was too short to hit the spider web, Jane. You got to know he would have if he could have. Energy on tap. Oh, boy. Wicked cute. Yeah, you want to become a kung fu master, walk into a spider web. Instantly, you're a kung fu master. Uh-oh, Rico says, have you heard of 31 Atlas, the interstellar object that's headed our way? I have not, but it sounds like a good plot to a movie. Just saying. I love it. Every once in a while, they'll say there's a big structure we've seen in the structure. I don't know. What's the difference between a Butch T and a Moruga Scorpion? Butch T is the difference. A Moruga Scorpion is a Moruga. Butch T was his take on it. I don't know what he crossed with her, but it's a wicked hot pepper. No joke. Wicked hot. Dizzy said, I had a really bizarre Bishop's Crown. You got to see it. Email it to me, dude. I want to see it. It's one of my favorite channels. One of my favorite peppers. It was great to join the channel, Lawn Dog says, and have 1 hot minute. Be 2 minutes away. Grab the first hot sauce I could find. Yeah, you snuck in right at the last second. That happens every time. Every time we do a 1 hot minute, somebody slides in at the last second. This is the last thing I want to talk about. Speaking of Kung Fu Masters, the other night, Tommy and I, have you ever seen these Kung Fu Masters? No joke. There are these Kung Fu Masters. I'm not making any of this up. Where they have these no-touch Kung Fu Masters. Like these people in the gym run up and they do this. The people fall down and it's amazing. It's the funniest thing you ever saw because they really do it. And like he'll fight like 40 guys and from a chair, sitting in a chair, just do this and knock people down with like sonic waves or something. Here's the crazy thing. Some of these guys believe their own nonsense to the point where they will reach out and challenge a real MMA fighter. And if you want to get your laugh on, Google Kung Fu Masters being humbled by an MMA fighter. They get in there, they do one of these numbers, and they punch them in the face. Like they've never been punched before. You can tell. It's the funniest thing. Is there something wrong with me that I find that funny? There could be. Could be. So the difference is that Moruga, heavier, more horizontal, bumpier, less stinger. Butch T, normal Scorpion, spikes and glossy. There you have it. See that? Sam says, I love those videos. It is hilarious. Noodle's going to up his game next time. See that? Brock Bandy, he knows. All right, guys, listen, we're going to wrap it up right now. Please join Tommy in about 15 minutes or so. I love you all. Natalie and Mr. Strasser, thank you for taking part in your first 1 hot minute. I think Styling won also, and Hog Strikters. If anybody else, I'm glad that you were here. See that? Nothing wrong with me. Her husband's now Googling it. You will pee yourself laughing. It is hilarious. The crazy thing is, like, they believe their own thing. They believe that. Like, I can no hand knock somebody down. The funniest is when you can tell they've never been hit before. They get punched in the face and they do one of these numbers. I remember the first time I ever got hit in the face. I avoided fights so badly when I was a little guy. Then one day I got hit in the face. I was like, I mean, that's it? And then I kind of went on a tear, a bunch of people. Yeah, Chris and Melinda, peace and love, says Rico Dorsey. But Chris and Melinda says, look, catch Tommy on his next love boat. Please do. Everybody, we're going to leave now. Thank you for the prayers for my mom. Please keep everybody in your prayers. We all kind of know what we're all dealing with. Everybody's got something going on. It's just the way, that's how life goes, right? And it comes in waves, like Kellyanne said. So everybody keep all of us in our prayers. I promise you I will. Natalie Strasser, tonight was your fault. I'm kidding you. I'm so glad we did this. I'm so glad you had your first 1 hot minute, and Mr. Strasser as well. Before you leave a comment for the algorithm before we leave. It always helps. But I love you all. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was 1 Hot Minute, and chase the heat.